In a shocking turn of events, an 80-year-old billionaire, determined to wed his 20-year-old girlfriend, not only handed over his family's heirloom for her safekeeping, but also decided to draft a will leaving his entire $70 billion fortune to his new bride, leaving nothing for his other family members. He made this decision because he believed his relatives were like vampires, constantly draining his wealth, and he hoped this would teach them to be independent. As soon as he announced this, his daughter's face turned sour, and she stormed out, slamming the door behind her. The billionaire, unwavering in his resolve, turned to sign the will. At that moment, his nephew was seething with anger.
You could have signed this at home. Instead, you called us here to humiliate us?
Yes, and you came running.
His son, Tony, tried to say something but was silenced by the billionaire's rebuke. However, just as he was about to sign, the room suddenly went dark, followed by a gunshot. When the lights came back on, the billionaire lay on the floor with a dagger plunged deep into his chest, and surprisingly, it was his butler who had fired the gun. The butler explained that he had shot because he saw someone attacking the billionaire. At that instant, the billionaire's daughter rushed in from outside and was left speechless by the scene before her. Ironically, the first reaction of everyone present was not grief, but to check if the will had been signed. Upon discovering that the document was incomplete, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Detective John arranged for everyone to return to their rooms and rest, with local police set to investigate once the ship docked. Back in their room, John and his wife began discussing who the killer might be. John speculated that the most likely suspect was the billionaire's son, Tony, as his father's death would benefit him the most, and he was closest to the billionaire when he was about to sign. However, just as they were piecing things together, another gunshot rang out from outside. They immediately rushed out to investigate and found that this time, the victim was Tony, holding a gun in his hand, appearing to have committed suicide. Hours later, as dawn broke, the cruise ship finally reached the pier. The police wasted no time in boarding the ship to investigate the two murders that had occurred in just one night. The police chief, aware of the complexity of the case, left no stone unturned. He took everyone present aside and interrogated them one by one. Surprisingly, all of them pointed to the same suspect. The chief then proceeded to question John and his wife, who were both detectives. Although they were fellow police officers, they belonged to different jurisdictions, so the chief's investigation was a routine matter. Meanwhile, John and his wife were also curious about the chief's deductions.
So where's your head at with this whole thing? I mean, who are your chief suspects?
You.
After all, everyone on the ship was either a family member or a close friend, except for the couple who were outsiders. Moreover, the billionaire was assassinated just 2 hours after they had boarded the ship. As a result, everyone concluded that they must be the real killers. John and his wife found this illogical reasoning utterly absurd. However, without hesitation, the chief confiscated their passports and ordered them to await further investigation at a designated hotel. As night fell, the killer emerged once again.